I would show up to the party in my little town car. This town, you know, I grabbed me a town car so I could skirt. Puff the SUVs and the Bentleys.
All of these big deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. And now, understand, I'm not talking about one person. What I just told you applies to 7 people.
Ever wondered which young pop stars are hiding dark secrets from Diddy's wild freak-off parties? Like, remember when Charlemagne straight up predicted on his show that these kinds of wild freak-offs could send someone straight to jail?
There was some women around, awesome men around, that he told you were part of the party? You probably going to jail.
Or like when Shine came out and spilled the tea, saying that his whole brotherhood with Diddy ruined his life.
Yeah, and I enjoyed this great, intimate relationship of brotherhood. This is someone who destroyed my life.
From Kanye West warning he had sold people out to spare himself from jail.
That's why you gotta come at me, because part of the deal for you to be a do all that and get out of jail is that you promise that you're gonna go pull my co-car.
To Usher claiming that he is the witness of what happened at Diddy Wild Freak-Offs.
Went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at.
We have numerous tales to talk about what actually happened at those parties. But who were the attendees? And more importantly, what did they see there? Trust us, there is more to the story than meets the eyes. But now, Jamie and Kat have all the answers. So let's get into it. This is the kind of Hollywood dirt that's going to shake the industry to its core, and you won't want to miss it. So let's delve into it. There are claims suggesting that Hollywood operates like a sinister organization that allegedly involves people like Jay-Z and Diddy stopping at nothing to generate profits. Allegedly, this malevolent force has discovered a disturbing method of financial gain, involving the demeaning of countless young individuals, mainly female artists. And now many celebrities are supposed to be involved with Diddy. First up, let's talk about Meek Mill. Known for his rap career and high-profile friendships with the likes of Jay-Z, Meek has found himself in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons.
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you.
Fans have speculated that Meek Mill may have been named in Rodney Lil Rod Jones' lawsuit against Diddy. In the lawsuit, an unnamed rapper is mentioned as having been on Diddy's yacht, where they were allegedly seen consorting with underage girls, S-workers. Further down in the complaint, the person whose name was redacted is described as a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj. Meek Mill is from Philadelphia, and he did in fact date Nicki Minaj from 2014 to 2016. However, the same Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj description is used again in connection with Jones' allegations centered around the producer. As previously reported, Jones claims that Diddy's connection to Stevie J was used as part of an alleged promise regarding the Grammys. Jones alleged that Diddy used his admiration of the Bad Boy Records Grammy winner to prepare him for intimacy. Included in the suit are screenshots purporting to show Stevie J having S with a white man. Also mentioned are an unnamed rapper and an unnamed R&B singer. The rapper, as mentioned above, is described in a footnote as a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj, while the R&B singer is described as someone who performed at the Super Bowl and had a successful Vegas residency. Here's how it's worded. Mr. Combs informed Mr. Jones that he had engaged in intercourse with rapper, redacted, R&B singer, redacted, and Stevie J. Again, Usher obviously recently played the Super Bowl and had a residency in Las Vegas, which is why people think the lawsuit is referring to him. In any case, Meek, upon discovering the rumors flying online, logged in to try to regain control of the narrative in what was described as a rookie move. To be specific, he wrote, "I'm from Philly, I don't do coke or freaky molly. Nobody won't even offer me coke because I'm that heavy. No man or what would ever approach me about gay activity and the whole place don't get flipped. Woke up seeing this on every blog like they know I'm coming. Lol." Besides the claims that have just come out, there have been several other pointers that have pointed to the fact that Meek might be on the DL, especially with Diddy. This was the case when a video surfaced that made fans feel as though Diddy may have taken his friendship with Meek a bit too far. In the clip, Meek is chilling in the pool when Diddy congratulates him on his success, but in the most unorthodox way.
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you.
Meek says he is just enjoying life when Diddy says, "You deserve it, Daddy, you putting in that work." As you can probably guess, it is the use of the word daddy that some fans seem to take issue with. In a separate video that has since gone viral, can be seen rapping on a boat party with Diddy appearing to get closer to him as soon as he raps about getting intimate. One fan commented on this saying, "Diddy has been said to be an extremely jealous and territorial. It's why he takes them shopping." Meek Mill rapping about having S with other women insulted Diddy. It's why Meek, a few seconds later in the rap, pays homage to Diddy and Diddy wraps his arms around Meek. He let us know that the rap stuff is fake, but what him and Diddy have is real. Additionally, there have been photos circulating online of Diddy and Meek Mill dressed in matching outfits. Then you see, in 2010, Diddy and his Dirty Money crew held a release party for Last Train to Paris. Kevin hosted a live stream party, and things got a bit intense between him and Diddy. During the party, there was a peculiar moment when Diddy called Kevin into his bathroom, which left viewers curious and surprised. However, Diddy quickly added a no homo disclaimer once the camera started rolling. Diddy's use of the phrase no homo raised questions. According to viewers, it wasn't used in the typical context of the bro code. Given his history of engaging in homo's behavior, the tone of his delivery appears suspicious. It almost seems as if he wanted to convey something but may have felt hesitant or unable to do so. In another video clip, Diddy takes things further by requesting Kevin to speak about him as if he were a baby. At the same party, Diddy kissed Ronnie James without the young man's consent, leading to an angry response from Kevin Hart. It's conceivable that Kevin's reaction could be linked to feelings of jealousy towards Diddy. However, interpretations may vary. Kevin also took it further by physically touching Diddy and suggesting he hit the gym to enhance his physique. Are these interactions between the two escalating the S tension in the room? There's some form of relationship between the two individuals, as their interactions and exchanges continue to raise questions. However, Hart's cozying up to industry elites is not limited to just this one party. Kevin Hart once hosted a party that raised many eyebrows of speculation against him. The party was named the Dirty Money Party, which resonated with irony and foreboding. Now let's dive into the mystery surrounding Jamie Foxx's recent struggles. Between health scares and his sudden silence in the media, fans are really starting to worry. For some context, Foxx has been a regular at Diddy's notorious parties, events that have been the center of all kinds of wild rumors for ages. People say these gatherings weren't just about music and good vibes. There might be something darker going on. Those in the know say Diddy's flashy lifestyle comes with a catch. Many celebs who've partied with him have left with more than just wild stories. There are whispers that Diddy has some serious control over his circle. Think blackmail, influence, or even worse. And Jamie Foxx? He was one of Diddy's frequent guests, which has people wondering what really happens behind closed doors. There's even a crazy story floating around that Diddy once made Foxx play basketball. Yep, you read that right, basketball. Diddy, known for his over-the-top parties and wild ideas, supposedly thought this would be the perfect way to break the ice and make the night unforgettable.
If you want to know who was probably at these games, just look at who P. Diddy and Jamie Foxx have been hanging around for years, especially the super successful ones.
Can you imagine being at that party? Diddy definitely knows how to throw an unforgettable bash. But the big question is, did Jamie Foxx really go through with it? Well, it looks like Jamie was a good sport about the whole thing. He didn't back down and actually jumped into that game of basketball.
He would invite over a lot of Hollywood's elite to his house for a basketball game, but it was men only.
That's definitely pushing boundaries and stepping way out of your comfort zone. But when you're hanging out with Diddy and other A-listers, anything can happen, right? The thing is, this wasn't Jamie's first rodeo at one of Diddy's infamous parties. In fact, an old clip popped up online last year where Jamie dropped some shocking details about one of Diddy's creepy gatherings.
The big cannon, yo, Puff, I should document it, right? Yo, what's up, Playboy? what you talking about? I said, no, I should get this, man. You, Fonzra, whole nine. He says, yeah, let him through. Excuse me.
This wasn't just any party. It cost a staggering $1.5 million, with A-list celebs rolling up in their luxury cars. Jamie followed Diddy into this extravagant pool party, and the first person his camera caught, none other than the famous Hollywood therapist, Dr. Ruth.
And I look up and I see Dr. Ruth. I don't know if you know who that is. That's I see Dr. I said, Miss Ruth, could you please come over here? This guy by the name of Sean P. Diddy Combs. I need you to come meet him.
Sensing a golden moment, Jamie managed to get Dr. Ruth to have an impromptu chat with Diddy right on camera. Then, out of nowhere, they hit the dance floor by the pool, vibing to Beyonce's Crazy in Love. The energy was electric, and the crowd was loving it. The majority of individuals have the desire to attend an after-party where celebrities will be present so that they may interact with those in the industry. Although Fabulous has attended a number of events in his day, it appears that he feels that some of those parties did not live up to the expectations that were set for them.
So Fab, how was your birthday, man? What was your wish?
Now, if you observe, Fabulous is surrounded by an obvious cloud of melancholy among the crowd. He seems to be carrying an invisible burden, which makes us sympathetic to his attitude. He is quietly enjoying a piece of cake while projecting an air of seclusion. Moreover, he appears reluctant to meet the eyes of others around him, as if he is really uneasy. Perhaps Diddy's presence casts a shadow over Fabulous's consciousness in this enigmatic tapestry of feelings, subtly influencing his current state of mind. Could the rupture be the result of a conflict between their artistic goals or a personal issue? One may only guess because the truth lies deep within their shared past. But Diddy kept questioning him.
So Fab, how was your birthday, man? What was your wish for this year?
To which Fab responded,
I like vibes, you know what I mean? I like a good vibe more than like wanting for anything, or like, you know what I mean? So I got a cool vibe. I spend some of the time with my kids.
As you pay close attention to Fabulous, you see that both his words and body language indicate a lot about how he is feeling at the moment. It is clear that he is consciously trying to distinguish himself from Diddy. He emphasizes his desire to be a devoted family man and stay near to his kids, expressing a newly discovered priority for the family.
I went out, grabbed a bag, and I spent some more time with my kids. And you know what I mean? I felt like I was a milestone age.
It appears as though Fab has started a path of self-discovery, reassessing his priorities and realizing the value of preserving his relationships with his family. His decision to put his responsibilities as a loving dad first shows a profound emotional awakening, driven by a desire to create deep relationships within his immediate circle. But this is not it. The New York City rapper also recently posted a series of revealing anecdotes on his Instagram story in which he discussed instances in which he ran off on his celebrity buddies while they were attending events. According to Fab, the circumstance required an Irish escape on this occasion, and it was necessary for it to occur. Not only that, he even dropped some helpful party escaping excuses to help his fans, where he suggested, "You ever got peer pressured into going to the afties? You ever said you're going to the bathroom and left?" Everything started when the rapper known as Ghetto Fabulous asked his fans if they, too, had ever felt forced into attending an after-party. Fabulous said, "You really want to go home or back to the room, but you don't want to be the turn down to the turn up." Fans were thinking about his queries when Fabulous revealed that he had a very absurd experience with Diddy, who kept Fabulous partying until the early hours of the next morning. "I told Diddy I was going to the bathroom and slid once," he admitted. "It was 7 a.m. and this NGGA was still turned." This story was all about Diddy forcing him to go to parties, which can be seen here.
I want you to party with me for your birthday, man.
Yeah, we partied for my birthday before. You came to my party.
No, but me and you ain't never really party, you know what I'm saying?
Did you just notice how Fabulous was hesitating while Diddy said he wanted to go to the party? Why? Because Fabo might have known that there is always something going wrong when Diddy is invited. And this is why Fabulous gave him a very awkward facial expression.
I understand. You know what I'm saying?
But this thing was also noticed by the netizens, and Fabulous's desire to flee the scene and return to his house makes perfect sense, given that Diddy's wild partying lifestyle is well known to the public. A second rapper, Zibit, has also come out to share his terrifying experience with Diddy. After having a fantastic night at his house, Diddy brought him out clubbing, and it wasn't until later that they found out this club wasn't like any other club they'd been to before. Instead, it turned out to be a pretty blatant gay bar.
So then we go to the house, and then, he invited us to the house because he wanted to go to the club afterwards, right? I was like, okay, cool.
Zibit was obviously attempting to party and have a good time at the club when someone brought to his attention the fact that the men there were kissing one another. Zibit was stunned, but he didn't give it much thought until he saw another man dancing B*TT naked in the middle of the club.
She pointed over the corner. It's two dudes kissing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, the is this?
And not only this, but Zibit also hinted toward his very terrible encounter with Diddy when he got dragged into the party.
That girl you know about the girl you. I was like, yeah, nigga, yeah, everybody know about. You know what I'm saying? What's happening? You know, he's like, that's the devil, man.
Diddy has the audacity to ask his victims about the girls too, and afterward show them the real show that usually goes on at his parties. After that, he even told a peculiar tale of Diddy saying some words about Superhead.
So Puffy tells you
He
that
she will videotape you with fingers in the booty. And I was like, what the does that mean?
Yeah, what does that
saying?
mean? Confession.
So then I go back in the house and I ask her, what the are you talking about?
What is the point of saying anything about any other person when they are not even bothering you? But this is Diddy, who always shows himself as superior to the younger rappers. And Zebit also admitted that right now, Diddy might have had an episode with Superhead. He said, I guess he got some prior incident with her that he don't want nobody to know about. The rapper Jaguar recalls one such incident where someone walked in on Diddy, making the new singer Christopher Williams go down on him.
The door wasn't locked, so she didn't think twice about just walking in, and when she walked in, she saw Christopher Williams performing fellatio on Puff.
It's one thing to perform acts with doors unlocked, but Diddy was even more unashamed. He didn't bother stopping either.
Now, from what she said to me, it was disturbing because, they didn't stop.
Well, Diddy is a strange man, and strange things turn him on. One of Diddy's favorite things to do is luring straight men into his cars and making them have S*X with him. He did the same thing to rapper Method Man in LA. Method Man was sitting in a club in LA when Diddy approached him. Diddy must have been attracted to him because he then proceeded to hit on him in a rather weird way. Instead of talking some more and then inviting Method Man to his place like a normal person, he decided to send someone else to trick him into sitting in the car. Maybe this is like a game for Diddy, and he enjoys putting these straight men in uncomfortable positions. Instead of talking some more and then inviting Method Man to his place like a normal person, he decided to send someone else to trick him into sitting in the car. Maybe this is like a game for Diddy, and he enjoys putting these straight men in uncomfortable positions. Method Man wasn't the only straight man Diddy had sneakily tricked into an uncomfortable position. Another rapper, Zebit, has come forward with his horror story. Diddy invited him home for a good time and then took him clubbing, only to find out later that this club wasn't just an average club. Instead, it was a very explicit gay club. Zebit was ignorantly trying to party and have a good time when someone pointed out to him that the men at the club were kissing. Zebit was taken aback but didn't think anything of it until he saw another man dancing B*TT in the middle of the club. That's when he realized that Diddy had tricked him and taken him along to a gay club. Diddy has never openly admitted to his attraction to men, but he's also unafraid of being caught acting his fantasies out. In fact, in private parties and events, he very openly acts gay. Even Diddy's former bodyguard admitted that the two men were unusually close to each other.
Pac and Puff was like this.
He has also hit on a lot of the straight artists in the hip-hop world, such as 50 Cent. 50 Cent is not one to shy away from talking about the truth. So when Diddy hit on him, you better believe 50 Cent was going to recall the whole story in the media. Diddy has a reputation of taking his love interests shopping. Looks like shopping is his direct hint of letting the other person know that he finds them attractive and wants to sleep with them. So when Diddy offered to take 50 Cent shopping, he was rightfully taken aback. Luckily, 50 Cent was already at that point in his career where he didn't feel threatened turning down these aggressive advances by the hip-hop mogul. Diddy's former bodyguard also recalled some interesting stories where Diddy went shopping in an exotic bookstore with him. Gene Deal, his bodyguard naively expected him to buy normal P magazines, but Diddy wasn't there for just magazines. He ended up buying B-plugs.
He picked up some things from up here on my left side. And then he picked like quite a few of them down. I was like, okay. He put them in the bag. So when I went by there and I looked up there and it said plug.
Not only this, Gene even once caught him having S with another young rapper in a hotel room. The two had to come out of the room with just towels wrapped around themselves. Even then, Diddy was rather unfazed and didn't seem to mind that Gene had seen them together.
But they naked. And so then Ja was like, yo, what's going on? Yo, Gene, that's my cousin. He know me well.
These allegations against Diddy aren't just baseless rumors either. In fact, he has even been questioned by the federal investigators regarding him having S relations with underage boys. Most of these were young rappers he had forced into performing gay S with him because he had the influence to make or break their music careers. This came after it was revealed that Diddy slept with a teenage usher. When Diddy was in his late 20s, he and a then 15-year-old usher used to sleep in the same bed at night. Although Diddy tried to handle the situation and make it sound less weird, we can't think of one reason why it would be appropriate for a grown-up Diddy to be sleeping in the same bed as a teenage Usher.
My brother right here from day one, we used to wake up and, pause, but like, check this out. Back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the frosted flakes.
Usher also revealed he and Diddy would attend S** shul orgies when Usher was 15, which is a crime in the United States and most nations with laws concerning minors. Diddy even forced a teenage Usher into drugs and alcohol. When Usher was asked whether he would ever send his kids to a place like Diddy's, he was very quick to respond no.
You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy camp?
Hell no.
Diddy is just one part of a whole industry that flourishes on manipulating and abusing these young men. Harlem rapper Smart talks about this trend in the music industry, where new artists are abused and blackmailed at the hands of music executives and record producers, much like Diddy.
They can't do nothing because the record labels, the execs, they date these artists. They give them transformers, so they get high.
These executives videotape these young artists after forcing them to perform S actions. This way, the artists have no choice but to do whatever these labels ask of them, oftentimes ending up signing contracts they never want.
Videotape this why? Look, bro, it just happened right in front of you. The with TDE, bro. You feel me?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, how you got a video out, you suck and somebody sucking your That's how the music business is.
Many young artists find themselves in a tight spot where the only way to break into the industry is to first allow themselves to be used by the predatory music executives. Many of these young men have accepted this fake and become numb to it, just like the rapper Daylit.
Yeah, Diddy. I'm not gonna front. I this with Diddy. Like, I'm just keeping it a like, you know what I'm saying?
The industry is a ruthless place to navigate, especially for young artists. The bigger names in the industry want favors that can leave these young men traumatized and violated. Rapper Ali Vegas talked about this in his interview. These young rappers were violated so often as if it wasn't even a big deal.
You telling them like, yeah, I'm ready, and then next thing you know, you get invited to the party with the greeting is the man squeezing.
This is a sort of currency that works in the music world, where young artists have to sell their bodies to be able to put their music out into the world. Look at what this artist had to say about the situation. People think it is cowardly of Diddy to still pretend to be straight after being involved in gay situations time and again. His deceit and secrecy is only useful to him because he uses it to lure unsuspecting men into uncomfortable situations. One person tweeted saying, "Honey Diddy is DL hardcore gay. I wish he'd just be open and stop all the deceitful behavior. Him and nasty as Christ Stokes. Some straight demons harming people because they aren't all right with themselves. It's 2023. Men can be gay. No need for birds anymore or pop-up families." Others think that it's high time we stop defending this awful behavior of these music executives and call it for what it really is, are. One person wrote, "I hate how people are saying no. Diddy was just having Usher have S with groupies who were older than him when he was like 14 years old." Pause because that's R too. That's it for today, folks. Until next time, goodbye.